Why America used nuclear weapon on Japan. The decision to use nuclear weapons on Japan during World War II was a complex and controversial one. The United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, and Nagasaki on August 9, 1945. Here are some key factors that influenced this decision. Factor 1. Ending the war. At the time, Japan was still involved in the war, and the Allied forces, led by the United States, were engaged in a long and costly campaign to push back Japanese forces in the Pacific. The use of nuclear weapons was seen as a way to bring a swift end to the conflict and avoid a potential invasion of the Japanese mainland, which was expected to result in a high number of casualties. Second factor, saving lives. It was believed by American military leaders that dropping the atomic bombs could potentially shorten the war and save lives in the long run. The alternative to using the bombs was a conventional invasion of Japan. Third factor, Japanese refusal to surrender, which was expected to be extremely costly in terms of both American and Japanese lives. The Japanese government, despite suffering significant losses and facing a dire military situation, had not shown clear signs of surrendering. Fourth factor, demonstration of power. The use of nuclear weapons was seen as a way to shock the Japanese leadership into realizing the futility of their situation and prompt them to surrender. The use of atomic bombs was also a demonstration of the United States' immense military power and technological superiority. It aimed to showcase the strength of the U.S. nuclear arsenal to the Soviet Union, which was emerging as a global power after the war. This was part of a larger geopolitical strategy, known as the policy of deterrence. It is important to note that the decision to use nuclear weapons remains highly debated and controversial. Critics argue that alternative options, such as a demonstration of the bomb's power on an uninhabited area, or continuing the economic blockade on Japan, could have been pursued instead. The bombings resulted in the deaths of an estimated 200,000 people, mostly civilians, and had a lasting impact on the survivors and their descendants.